And good evening, fans, and welcome inside Myers Park Gym as we get you set for tonight's presentation of women's high school basketball here on Bahakel Sports here in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. Hello, everybody. I'm Ford Martin. We're thrilled to guide you through pretty much a much-anticipated matchup between Porter Ridge and the Pirates and the Mustangs of Myers Park. And as they introduce Porter Ridge, let's go ahead and get set up on some of our players to look out for here tonight for Porter Ridge. And this is a Porter Ridge team that has players like the freshman of Ashanti Taylor, the do-it-all freshman there, coming from middle school last year. She has really stepped up into that role, averaging 18.7 points per game, just over 7 rebounds per game. And then you got the other one, Sydney Blackwell, who's also been a huge part of this team, 15.8 points per game. As we like to call it, the double trouble to those two as they try to come inside Myers Park and the Mustangs and try and upset them tonight. Then you got the home team, Myers Park and the Mustangs, led by head coach Morgan Brown, and she has a lot of good players on her team right here. Laura Lassiter, her season stats right at 20 points per game, just over 4 rebounds per game, over 3.3 assists per game. She has been a huge part of this team for Myers Park. Then Shyla McDaniel. Shyla McDaniel has been one to look out for this season. She has been off to a great start this year, and really, as I said, another big name here on this team. So as you see right there at 19.8 points per game, 4.2 rebounds per game, Shyla McDaniel also been a big part of this team, and that team is also led by Barbara Nelson, a team that's averaging 55 points per game. Now, we weren't here having on the air. We had just moments ago Jaren Truesdale, who gets about 14.3 points per game, leads the team in rebounds. She was presented in pregame with an 1,000-point ball pregame. Had her head coach there, Barbara Nelson, and her family there beside of her. So a big congratulations to her. Now, tonight, it's, like I said, an intriguing clash, especially between the Pirates, who really on their quest to break a decade-long winless streak. And can they do it tonight? Because the winner of this game, Porter Ridge, number 13, Myers Park, number 4. The winner of that game, who is currently playing at the same time here in round 2 of the NCHSAA Girls 4A playoff bracket. They play the winner of number 12, Audrey Kell, and the number 5 seed of Northern Guilford here for tonight. And like I said, the Mustangs on the home court, they're trying to break a decade-long winless streak against the Mustangs. Porter Ridge enters this game pretty much with confidence to come off a pretty convincing win over Southeastern Guilford. Standing out performance here by Ashanti Taylor and Cindy Blackwell, two people that we will be mentioning here a lot. Pretty much fielded momentum here the last few games. They have Myers Park, 25-2 overall record for the season. Fresh off a victory against Huff, they're looking to extend their home winning streak and remain perfect at home this season. The stage is set, and here we go from Myers Park. Pirates and Mustangs here in the Queen City right here on Bahakel Sports here in Myers Park. Myers Park in the green and white. Porter Ridge and the all black and purple numbers, and a foul to get go, a blocking foul. Throw it in for the baseline is going to be Laura Lassiter, one of our players to mention. Just inside off the baseline dish. And the first points right there credited there to Shyla McDaniel. Taken up here now is Miley Malcolm. Tries to cut back inside. That one's picked off right there again. Truesdale, the 1,000-point getter who got it on Tuesday night. A hand inside. And they're going to get that one on Sydney Blackwell. So Blackwell, now that's her first. And that's going to bring, right as you see, Jaren Truesdale to the line. 1,000-point marker there on Tuesday night. Her first shot is up and away and puts it down. Puts it at 3 for Myers Park with 7:26 here to go. Already 2 fouls already so far by Porter Ridge. The other one resulted in a baseline dish inside. to McDaniel. And right there, Truesdale knocks down both to extend the lead for Myers Park. Just inside, right by the baseline. Take it back out. Here's Blackwell, tries to give it outside. Just holding inside is Olivia Burke. Burke now tries to thread the needle, but she's tripped up, and they're going to call this one right now here on Barner. So Amani Barner now is going to be called for her first, team's first here. And let's see what Porter Ridge, see if they can get some points here on this possession. Throws this one inside, couldn't get it enough, tries to throw it back, run for it, and they're called over and back. Half-court violation, and that's going to take it back over, and Myers Park now. So the backcourt violation there is called on Porter Ridge, and the Mustangs now will take over. I think we saw right there as they try to kind of loft that one inside, just the height difference just was not there, and on this side, a turnover intended right there for Lassiter. 6:45 to go, 4-0, Myers Park on top. And a nice crowd here on hand inside Myers Park Gym, and a foul. Trying to drive the line, and they will call it a shooting foul. And they call it Jayla Taylor. They're going to get the foul on. And coming out now to the board, Ashani Taylor, who is really, as we mentioned in pregame just a bit, Morgan Brown called her the do-it-all guard. And she's a freshman. So not many people realize, and she's really talked about how much she stepped into the leadership role of this team and really be one of the hardest working players on the court and one of the hardest working coaches she's coached pretty much, especially be as young as she does. She had one to go down to make it 4-1. Now back the other way to make it 6-1 again as Myers Park extends the lead. That one goes out of bounds. Throwing here is Olivia Burke. Burke. Luckily didn't call for a travel. Back outside for three. Hits the front of the iron. Inside and picked up on the rebound. Is it Xander? Xander and cuts through it in. Jayla McDaniel now. And a timeout for Myers Park. 30 seconds. We'll keep it here. And how about what you're seeing here by the Mustangs, pulling out to a commanding lead now, 8-1, with 6:04 here remaining. Two fouls on both sides. Nobody really obviously in foul trouble just yet. And the first timeout taken by Porter Ridge. Try to calm her players down on her side. Obviously Porter Ridge in the all-black, Myers Park, and the white and green. So take it up here is Sasha Evers. Made that Ashani Taylor. Taylor now cuts inside and just another turnover. It's not what you want to see coming out of a timeout. Baseline drive. Try to dish it up inside. That one rattled out. Pick up for it just along the baseline. They're going to call a jump ball. And the possession error of that will belong to Porter Ridge. So that one just rattled out of the cage there by Lassiter's shot. Try to loft it up. 3-point jumper from the wing, and not enough on it. Just hit the front of the iron. 5:25 to go. Lassiter to Xander, who had that shot a little bit ago. That one's picked off just inside and a hit from behind. And another foul. So we're going to call that number 22, Shyla McDaniel. That's her first and a team's third. little foul heavy to start this one so far. 3 team fouls on Myers Park, 2 for Porter Ridge, and an over and back. Going back the other way. Well, turnover heavy here in this game. A couple players shaking off the nerves here in the second round of our bracket. Porter Ridge 26 on the season, 7-2 in conference play. Myers Park 25-2, and they are undefeated here on this court. Taking him out to the key. Back inside. Oh, and she wasn't ready for it. Lasser tried to dish it back. And it looks like Lysander was not on the same page as she was as she tried to cut inside. And speaking of Lysander, she'll make a cut out. And coming in return for her is going to be Reese Wilson. Her full name is Elizabeth Reese Wilson, but she prefers to go by Reese, which is her middle name. That one just goes off on a bad dish inside. Just goes off the leg there of Scaldera. 4:34 to go. 8-1 is your score. Come back out to the key. Truesdale. Dish back outside to Lassiter. Lassiter's really controlling this one here. Had a good game so far. Had a couple shots. Just not really going exactly her way. How about a nice dish inside? Lassiter puts it in. Oh, what a throw and pass inside by Shyla McDaniel. Found Lassiter cut inside. Was wide open in the paint and just lays that one in to make it 10-1. And a foul inside and one. And that's exactly what Porter Ridge needs to really kind of get back in this one and an opportunity to close the margin here. As we're going to take a break now, I believe, under the 4 marker, and we will. We'll take a break. You're watching Bahakel Sports. Porter Ridge and Myers Park, 3:53 to go. Back inside Myers Park Gym here on Bahakel Sports. 10-3 is your score. Myers Park 10, Porter Ridge 3. And just before we went to break, an and-one opportunity that's going to put at the line. And a Scaldera now will be at the line to complete the three-point play. Can't get it. Rebound by Ashani Taylor. Throws away across a laser, but holds that one in. Nice play there by Malcolm. Puts it in. Malcolm. Puts the margin at 5. 3:40 to go. Lassiter cuts back up. Here's a shot from the outside. Not enough. Taylor now. A little momentum here on the Porter Ridge side. Driving. Oh, my goodness. What a play. And they gets the crowd going. That's exactly the type of stuff Morgan Brown was praising what Ashani Taylor can do for this team. And just ran right inside. Oh, a nice answer in return. That by Truesdale. But how about that play by Ashani Taylor coming inside and making that play happen. Back the other way. Shyla McDaniel. Throws that one high up in the air. Battle for it inside, not there. 12-7 your score. Back and forth play, throws it up, and a foul. So it's a team's 5th foul on Myers Park. A little foul heavy right there. I know it's not something that Barbara Nelson and her squad want to see so far early in this one. That's Sydney Blackwell, 15.8 points per game on her resume thus far, and a couple substitutions as now Charlotte McDaniel will come out. Callie Williams will make that. Amani Barner will make her way in. And knocks down both. 12-9. It was 8-1 at one point. And now Porter Ridge has calmed down a bit. And they are right back in this one. Lassiter for Barner. And inside, cutting inside there is Truesdale, the shot. That one just goes off the glass. And here's Taylor. Extremely well ball handler. Thought about the jumper there was Burke. And Burke drives the net. Puts it in, and a timeout by Barbara Nelson in Myers Park. And she wants her team just to calm down just a little bit. And it's like we got a Monty Barner there coming off a little bit of disgruntled there for a sec, as they're going to work on her right leg there for a little bit. Hey fans, tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Queen City Audio, Video, and Appliances, your outdoor kitchen and tailgate headquarters. And by Acosta Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, the household name for quality and trust. And by Charlotte's hometown legal team. If you are injured, call the Downer Law Firm. 12-11 your score here. Myers Park on top. Porter Ridge has found their way and crept their way back into this one. It's all been a lot of thanks to Ashani Taylor. Here we're just over 2 minutes to play. 2:07 to go. Truesdale just inside, throws that one up and puts it in. A nice dish to find McDaniel, who was open just inside the paint, and threw it back up. Trying to guard her way to the rim was Burke, and Burke has really started to create these fouls, drawing lots of fouls so far in this one. That's now the 6th team foul for Myers Park to start out this one. Also of note, Amani Barner from Myers Park did come out. Alexander checked back into the game. And that one goes off from the magic strip there by Olivia Burke. And both of them rattle out. Her shooting has not been there to start this one, especially from the free throw line. But when it comes down to drawing fouls, she's been able to do that. Here's been Lassiter. A little bit of ball moving here by Myers Park with just under 90 seconds to go. Trying to cut inside like she did earlier once again. And how about Charlotte McDaniel? She finds herself open. That's the 3rd time we've seen that so far to start the game. She becomes open on that baseline break, and back the other way, she finally gets one to fall, is Olivia Burke. But how about Charlotte McDaniel there? Really, that's the 3rd time, as we mentioned. She finds herself open alongside that baseline and just throws it up inside. A nice start for her. A minute to go, and a nice spinorama there by Truesdale. And she gets that one to fall. And a timeout. So we'll keep this one here with you. And it's going to be a full timeout. They're going to keep at with about 49.8 to go. Myers Park 18, Porter Ridge 13. And take a look here, fans. This matchup, they will play the winner of Northern Guilford and Audrey Kell. Audrey Kell, the 12 seed, and Audrey Kell, the men's team tonight. They play Myers Park. You find that game here tonight on Bahakel Sports. Myers Park, a 1 seed here tonight, coming in And it's going to be a tough matchup. This would be the fourth matchup tonight for both sides. They just played just recently where it came down pretty much down to the buzzer. So it should be a great anticipated game here tonight. How about that? A couple USA sports here, showing the red, white, and blue. And a look there at Barbara Nelson. Talked to her earlier in the game, and she said she wanted to play fast, and that's exactly what Myers Park has done. Just a little bit too much on the fouls that she's drawing, which is resulting in not be able to play that fast of a game. 47 seconds to go. Shawnee Taylor at the key. To Sydney Blackwell. Blackwell, not a nice spin, gets it back out, a pump fake. Back to a Shawnee Taylor, 27 seconds to go. Shawnee Taylor throws it up and rejected. Alexander got her hand on it and knocks it out of bounds. And a quick sub in coming in now is Summer Thomas will come into the game, taking out. Quick break here for Charlotte McDaniel. Tosses this one here to Sydney Blackwell to try and see if they can make it the last shot. Throws inside, nice dish, and it's like Olivia Burke wasn't expecting that type of pass. She put her hand on her chest, saying, "That's on me." Callie Williams will now check into the game in place of Anna Scaldero. So 16 seconds to go here in the first period. To try and get the last shot here, Reese Wilson. Back outside for Truesdale. At the key for the three. That one goes off the glass. Can a Shawnee Taylor get it off? No, she will not. And that will do it for the first period of play. 18-13, Myers Park on top. We'll be right back for second period of action on Bahakel Sports. Back inside Myers Park Gym. Your score now 18-13. Myers Park on top. Here on Bahakel Sports, we're glad to have you with your Ford Martin here on the call. You're on a nice but chilly Friday night. All warm in here though, but ball starting to heat up here on the court to the rim, and a nice play inside there by Xander, and she's been off to a great start so far. Shawnee Taylor. I saw a couple hits here by Jayla Taylor. She's been one to really get the pump fakes going and drawing a couple fouls tonight. Olivia Burke was there on that one. Just outside the wing, back out of the key is McDaniel to Drysdale. Here's another baseline drive, packs up once again, and the jumper is good. Good dish there by Charlotte McDaniel. Everyone thought, because she's done it all night so far, that baseline drive, punches it out and finds Truesdale. Here's a shot the other way, and nice play by Shawnee Taylor. So Taylor there, a nice response, puts it at 22-15. Here's a drive inside, high up in the air. Just a little too much there on that one by Lassiter. 6:35 to go. With a Shawnee Taylor, he'll give it to her partner there, Malcolm. Olivia Burke using, and she's going to try so she can draw a foul this time. Can't do it. Knocks that one out of bounds, but couldn't get to it in time was Miley Malcolm. So 6:22 here to go. Myers Park in white, if you're just joining us. Porter Ridge in black. Good ball moving inside the paint, trying to find her way inside. Good block inside. Second chance opportunity. That one goes off front of the iron. Ricochet around. And it's going to stay here with the Mustangs as you saw Jaron Truesdale just trying to find an opening. Dishes that one out to the left side. Truesdale there once again. That one gets knocked out. Porter Ridge looking to respond. Opportunity for a three and a jumper. And that one goes off the iron. Offensive rebound. They'll keep it down here. Here's another shot. That one also off the back of the iron there. And that one's picked off again by Porter Ridge. 3-on-2 here. Taking back up, wide open inside, and puts it off the glass. A nice play there, and Anna Scaldera, puts that one high up in the air off the glass. At a 5-point game. Started off as an 8-1 game. Porter Ridge has found their way back in. Here's a Shawnee Taylor trying to go over the top, the left-handed lay-in, and a timeout. Barbara Nelson saw enough, and she wants to get her team stopped. I believe it's going to be a full. Hey fans, again, thanks tonight for tuning in to tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Queen City Audio, Video, and Appliances, your outdoor kitchen and tailgate headquarters, and by Acasa Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, the household name for quality and trust, and by Charlotte's hometown legal team. If you're injured, call the Downer Law Firm. 22-19 here during the break. 4:50 to go as Myers Park holds on to the lead, and you can see it right now there as Barbara Nelson on her team, and Morgan Brown inside and talked to her, and she could not rave more about a Shawnee Taylor. And I tell you what, and also talking to Myers Park head coach Barbara Nelson, best freshman she's ever seen when she talks about a Shawnee Taylor and what she's able to do and the players that she's coached against. And just think about Myers Park and kind of what they have on their team and some of the players that she's played up against this entire season. A huge compliment talking about a Shawnee Taylor. Back the other way with 4:40 to go. Inside, all alone, back door, and puts it in. Raven at Xander. Xander puts that one in. Holding this one back up with 4:20 to go at the key here. Scaldera hands this one off to Taylor. Here's a three off the pick and puts it in. A 2-point game. The closest it's been since it was 1-3 to start out the game. And Porter Ridge starting to claw their way back into it. But have no fear. Jaron Truesdale with a nice response. Barner now. A long three this time, and that one's air ball to the left. And she'll hear it from the home crowd. So that's going to make it at 3:35, 26-22. Myers Park on top. We'll be right back. And welcome back inside Myers Park for the NCHSAA 4A second round. It's number 13 Porter Ridge taking on number 4 of Myers Park. I'm Ford Martin. Welcome to tonight's presentation, women's high school basketball on Bahakel Sports. Glad to have you here with us tonight. Playoff time here once again, and who wants it more now as a nice jumper and a floater by Lassiter. Lassiter's been one that we have looked at as been a key factor this season for Myers Park. Shawnee Taylor kind of held up on that far side. Back out for Taylor. 3 minutes to go. She's just going to send this one high up, and a nice swish from outside and puts the margin of within 4. Charlotte McDaniel now, one to watch. She's had a lot of those baseline drives earlier to get a couple points in it. She's at 8 on the night. Pass outside. That one's tipped up in the air. Wrestle for it here. We might get a jump ball, and we do. This should stay here with Myers Park. And no, well, I guess believe the arrows pointed in the direction of Porter Ridge. .228 to go. Myers Park 28, Porter Ridge 25. Taylor almost let that one escape away from Cindy Blackwell on that pass outside. Cindy Blackwell to Taylor. Burke trying to drive, and once again, Olivia Burke has drawn another foul. That's the 4th time she's drawn a foul tonight. .201 to go. Here's Cindy Blackwell, had to run back and chase that. Blackwell now just going to throw that one high up in the air, battle for it inside, tries to throw it deep, and this one's going to go out of bounds for a backcourt violation. Couple subs coming into the game. You see now Kyra Canny now has jumped in here. Just off the pass from Lassiter. Lassiter thought about that jumper for a second. Bounce passes it inside and tries to throw it up high in the air. There was Barner, and she's fouled inside the paint. And she'll go to the line. 1:34 to go. And fans, don't forget to catch us tonight Stay with us here at the break for the Downer Law Firm halftime. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Charlotte's hometown legal team. If you're injured, call the Downer Law Firm. First jumper doesn't make its way in. Just off the mark. And gets the second one to fall. So Amani Barner now goes 1 from 2 there from the line. We're just over 90 seconds, 93 seconds to go here. Porter Ridge is starting to claw their way back in, and once again, Myers Park going to have another foul. This one's going to be called up against Raven Alexander. That's her second. Here's Taylor. Taylor bounces this one in. Scatters her way out to the right side, tries to move away and bounce up high in the air. And that's going to be rebounded there by McDaniel. McDaniel will give it back down to Lassiter. And she'll find Alexander. Throws this one high up and puts it in. So Thomason now has a nice floater and a minute to go. 31-25. A jumper now. That one is airballed and not kept in. Back the other way on transition. Here's Truesdale now. Carrying a little momentum back out for Lassiter, who's wide open and puts it in. Foot on the line, not enough for a three. And Myers Park starting to pull away, and Porter Ridge could really try and find at least a little momentum before they enter the break. And a whistle. And they're going to call that on Alexander again. That's her second. 26.4 to go. And a quick timeout here by Barbara Nelson. So a 30-second, we'll keep it here. And right there, Northern Guilford, Audrey Kell. Winner of that will play the winner of right here, Porter Ridge and Myers Park. And don't forget, fans, coming up next, Myers Park and Audrey Kell will play on the men's side. This will be their fourth time they have played each other this season. This is the first matchup of the season for Myers Park and Porter Ridge. Obviously, Porter Ridge coming over from Indian Trail, North Carolina. About 40 minutes down the road. Here in the second period, 3 fouls here in the period on the Myers Park side, 1 for Porter Ridge. And 2 timeouts remaining on the Porter Ridge side. Trying to hold, see if they might get last shot. They need a biggie here. Shawnee Taylor. Back outside of Burke. 10 seconds. Burke throws it back outside, and a blocking foul. And I believe they're going to call this one right there on Camille Christian, who just moments ago just checked into the game. Oh, they're actually going to call that on Lassiter. And I expect Lassiter might be taken out here. And she will. She's a big key here. You don't want to lose her, especially already having 3. Malcolm inside for Shawnee Taylor. Can she? Oh, that was going to have been a sweet move if she was able to put that one in. Kind of just almost a backward shot. Just about try to throw that one up there. That was a nice move, but just could not get the ball. That would have definitely been on the highlight reel if she was able to get that one. Drysdale last shot. Can't get it to fall. So 33-25. Are we going to have a foul here, possibly? And they are going to call that one here. With no time left on the clock, Morgan Brown is actually challenging that, saying clock ran off before that foul occurred. Either way, Truesdale will be at the line, and they're going to talk about it. .1 is what they're going to put on it. .1. So Truesdale will have a chance to get 2 here going into the break to make it a 10-point game. Makes it 9. And to try and make it their biggest lead of the game. Puts it in. So .1 left, and not much going to happen there, as that will do it for the first half of play. 35-25. Coming back, but then they didn't let them, and then they pulled away. 35-25. We'll be right back for the halftime report. Back inside Myers Park Gym, 35-25 is your score, and welcome to the Downer Law Firm, your hometown legal team. If you are injured, call the Downer Law Firm here on Bahakel Sports. Right now the score, as you see, 35-25. Myers Park pulled up to a 9-1 lead, and Porter Ridge started slowly making their way back up as the game went on and got it within 2 points, but Myers Park just laid it on them toward the end and really started to pull away toward the very end part of that and makes that 35-25. Hey, fans, we got a great feature we're going to show you. Talk about Blanca Thomas here in Charlotte, North Carolina. A nice little feature about her journey to North Carolina and UNC.
Blanca Thomas stands 6'5". She's the tallest player Robert Conrad has ever coached.
I'll stand on a chair if I need to get her attention.
While her name grabs enough attention on its own, it's also her height.
My mom is Ecuadorian, so it's a family name, which you wouldn't assume because my mom's really tall. You don't expect that coming from a Hispanic normally.
Naturally, basketball became a part of her life at an early age.
So Blanca was probably 7, 8 years old. Tried to move her up to the 10-year-old group. She was a head taller than everybody else still.
But it did not always have a place in her heart.
Like, I didn't feel the love I do for it now back then.
Her tune changed during the pandemic when she took the time to take her talent to new heights. Raw talent gets you notoriety, and with it, added pressure.
When I walk into a building, it's like everybody's like, oh, like, you know, then no one sees this often, and so you're expected to perform at a certain level. So when I feel like I'm not meeting that expectation, it definitely takes a toll on it mentally.
While she's been working hard on the hardwood, there is still much to work on to keep her skills tight.
There are not a lot of Blancas out there in the state at all, if probably none. And from the time she was a freshman till now, she's got 2 people, 3 people guarding her sometimes. And so she's really been, you know, more patient. I think we've seen a big jump this year and just in her, the mental side of her game.
Blanca came into her senior season with her future intact after committing to Chapel Hill. The sense of security allows her to take the pressure and blinders off of her box score.
I was just always trying to be perfect, but that's why this year I've really taken a step back to like look at the whole picture and just realize like it's not everything. Like you can affect the game in so many different ways.
Reporting in Charlotte, Jack Taylor, Bahakel Sports.
And welcome back here on the Downer Law Firm, your hometown legal team. A halftime report here on Bahakel Sports. Myers Park leads 35-25 here so far. So let's take a look at kind of what we saw there in the first half of play. Now, Shawnee Taylor has been one where she's been over the place. How about this play right here? Going right up and driving to the basket. She's been all over the place, but Truesdale right now, she's been dishing right there as we talked about there a little bit throughout the game, trying to find Shyla McDaniel, who just somehow finds her way here. Once again, back door on the baseline, just finds a way right there. She's been great all night long, and, I mean, right here you've seen it. I mean, she's tried to commit a couple of fouls, and she's drawn a lot of fouls all night, but Olivia Burt, some of her shots have not gone her way, but it's all about Shawnee Taylor. How about that? Throws it back up, finds her player over there on Cindy Blackwell. Myers Park, kind of a couple turnovers allowed them to get back into the game, but Porter Ridge try to fall back there for the most part. About a minute until we get the second half underway. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching the Downer Halftime Report. Back inside Myers Park here on Bahakel Sports for the NCHSAA 4A second round. Number 13, Porter Ridge. Number 4, Myers Park. 35-25 is your score. 16 minutes to go to decide who moves on to the next round. A little update for you fans that are curious. Northern Guilford 38. Audrey Kale 29 at halftime. And the winner of this game here tonight will play the winner of that game. 7:46 here left in the third. Throw inside. Drysdale cannot get it to go. Truesdale tried to find a lane, couldn't, and once again, Shawnee Taylor can't get the fall. Battle for it inside. And Truesdale will find her way out, and she'll stop right at the line. She tried to find that pass and dish, trying to give out to Laura Lassiter. And foul. Call blocking foul, and they are going to call this one on Lassiter. That's her fourth. So I can't imagine we'll see what they do. Yeah, they're going to take her out. Server back in. That's a big loss there for Myers Park. Averaging 20 points per game, just over 3 assists per game. So Taylor at the line. She puts that one in. First time we've seen her at the line tonight. And for as many times she's been driving the lane, pretty much on the surprising part. Shot off the front of the iron and no good. Going 1 for 2, puts the margin at 9. And that one goes right off the hands of Truesdale and a turnover. Porter Ridge looking to capitalize on this possession here to try and cut into that margin. And a foul. And that's going Anna Scaldera. That's her first. Throws this one inside. Once again, all alone by herself was Shyla McDaniel, but she could not just get it to go through. Back the other way, here's Taylor. Taylor, a 3 on the way, and that one rattles out. Rebounded by Truesdale. Back at the key now here once again. To Xavier. Alexander. Alexander now. Here's a jumper three on the way and puts that one in. Reese Wilson from way downtown gives that the biggest lead tonight for Myers Park, and they need a big one here. And that's a start. Good dish inside by Shawnee Taylor. Here's a three on the way again, and that one rattles out. Actually a defensive rebound. It was just inside the hand and tripped up from behind. And no call. As her hand's looking around as if a call should have been made. Sydney Blackwell there, but no call. Morgan Brown was trying to get the officials here because of that. Here's a Harlan throw in and puts it in. Nice dish outside and inside. Charlotte McDaniel found him in a timeout taken by Morgan Brown. And she did not like that no call where it looked like Sydney Blackwell was tripped. Either way, it points out to a 12-point lead for Myers Park. Fans, the 4A second round playoff tonight, 7:30. Audrey Kell at Myers Park. You can stream the game right here. Just click that QR code right there, and it'll take you right to tonight's broadcast right inside here almost immediately as soon as the girls' game concludes right here at 7:30, 7:45 range. Men's basketball, Myers Park and Audrey Kell will play here. Mustangs now trying to advance. Playing the winner of Northern Guilford and Audrey Kell. As we mentioned, Northern Guilford had a 38-29 lead on Audrey Kell at the break. 5:29 remaining here in the third period of play. Needs to throw it in quick. We might have a timeout. Nope. Violation. Couldn't throw it in time, and it's going to go the other way. And Morgan Brown does not like what she sees. You can see it on the right of your screen, especially coming out of a break. Not what you want to have there. And McDaniel will take this one up. Bounce pass back over. Dishes it back outside. Finds Wilson, who had a big three just moments ago to try and extend the lead. Nice play there by Truesdale to hold on to that one. Wilson, baseline drive up inside, a blocking foul. And we'll see if it's a shooting foul. And I believe it will be. So Callie Williams will be calling the foul. That's her first. At the line now, that a 13-point lead. That's the biggest of the night for the Mustangs to try and pull away from this one. And puts it in. 2 for 2 there. A 42-28 lead. Throws inside. That one's picked off. Taken back by Truesdale. Back outside. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Oh, and puts it in. A nice three on the outside by Alexander. And she will extend the lead for Myers Park with 4:24 to go. Porter Ridge needs to answer, and it's not going to start when you have a turnover. Back the other way is Wilson. Wilson now putting on a heater for Myers Park, and Porter Ridge hanging on by a lifeline now. all the momentum with the Mustangs. Here's a three and try and cancel that momentum. That one off the glass and the cage and knocks out, and things are just not going the way that Porter Ridge anticipated. Bounce passes it back over. And a nice throw. Oh, turnaround shot. And puts that one in. Truesdale putting on a clinic here again tonight. In pregame, if you're just joining us, she was awarded from Tuesday night having 1,000 points in her career. An incredible accomplishment that she was able to put forward to happen in pregame. So 3:09 to go. Number 13, Porter Ridge, 28, Myers Park, 49. We'll be right back here. You're watching Bahakel Sports. Back inside Myers Park Gym, 3:09 to go. Myers Park 49, Porter Ridge 28. Here on Bahakel Sports, we're glad to have you join with us here today. Hey fans, tonight's Bahakel Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Queen City Audio, Video, and Appliances, your outdoor kitchen and tailgate headquarters. And by Acosta Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, the household name for quality and trust. And by Charlotte's hometown legal team. If you're injured, call the Downer Law Firm. 3:10 here to go. Myers Park in white, Porter Ridge in black, and Porter Ridge needs something to get going on their side. Baseline drive inside, and see, did she step on the line? Nope, they're going to call a foul. Blocking foul there on that drive. And it'd be a baseline throw in here by Wilson. That one just off the feet. Here comes on the other way, Ashani Taylor. Taylor now inside. She'll cut back. And they'll take her time here. Cindy Blackwell at the key. Can't find any room out there right now if you're a Porter Ridge fan. Here's a three jumper on the way, and that is something to hopefully get it going now for Porter Ridge. Their second three of the night puts it at 49-31. Now they need a big stop here the other way. That one rattles out. Offensive rebound. Shayla McDaniel. And a whistle. And I believe we have a foul here on the way. They're going to call that one on Callie Williams, or excuse me, make that Amani Barner. And you can see right there, Barbara Nelson give it into her right there, a non-needed foul. As Dominguez Willis will come out of the game. Throws it over, just hitting the net on the way through and goes out of bounds. So Porter Ridge now will hold on to it now. Substitution with Ashani Taylor. And even though this game has not gone the way that Porter Ridge anticipated so far, but you got to give a lot of credit to Ashani Taylor, the freshman. what she's been able to accomplish, especially how young she is in the leadership role that when we talked to in pregame with Morgan Brown, what she's been able to do just speaks a lot of her work and everything. It's been an incredible feat about what she's been able to accomplish. As fans inside here tonight starting to come in, it's going to be a sellout crowd for tonight's game as Shani Taylor's at the line. Audrey Kell and their 4th meeting of the season against Myers Park, one of the best in the state. As that shot from Shani Taylor goes off the back of the iron. Thought about it. Thought better of it. Throw inside. Oh, a good bounce pass play. She had the open lane if she turned around, but wanted to try and dish it to one of her teammates that was streaking inside of McDaniel. Here's another 3 on the way. And a jumper puts that one in. Gets it to 16. Just need a lot of momentum going here now for Porter Ridge. And try and get back into this one. McDaniel. For Truesdale. Inside, that one slapped away, but recovered by Myers Park, who are just completely controlling this game right now. Long possession for them with 40 seconds to go. Taking their time here is McDaniel, not shooting the ball. They are in no rush. Maybe possibly trying to get last shot. And that one's turned over, but a lot of time off the clock. Back the other way, here comes Sydney Blackwell. Black shot on the way, that one's off. Offensive rebound by Summer Thomas. So Thomason, she'll drive the lane and can't put that one to go through, but she will draw the foul with 2.4 seconds to go. That one just goes off. So take her to the line. Shot not able to go through here. 51-35, 2.4 seconds left. A nice crowd on hand to watch this one. And can't get either one to go through. And a whistle. Another foul. With 1.1 remaining on the clock. A baseball pass on the other side. That one's picked off, and she'll hold on to it. As Shani Taylor trying to get her hands just inside. But that's going to do it for the 3rd period of play. 51-35. You're watching women's high school basketball on Bahakel Sports. Back inside Myers Gym Park, and right now we're having a discussion to try and see if this should send one of their players from the Myers Park side to the free throw line, and that's what they're discussing here. As you saw at the very end, when Ashani Taylor got her hand inside, and discussion right now on the side. Maybe a time thing, possibly. We're not sure exactly what they're talking about. They're trying to see maybe it's a foul or not. So trying to figure out exactly what is going on. Either way, it's not making the Porter Ridge side very happy. See Morgan Brown right over there on the other side. As you see right there, a discussion on the bench, one of our referees. The Mustangs team is starting to get very comfortable. They've started to pull away in this one. So we'll see what they're going to do here. We're still trying to figure it out up here. And it looks like what's going to happen, it's going to send Summer Thomason. Well, right now they have it at .1 left in the third. So it looks like this will be the last play or last moment here before the end of the third period. So it is still the third. It will not be the fourth period just yet. And she'll make both. And that will do it for the third period. So we're going to break here once again. 53-35, Myers Park on top. You watch women's high school basketball on Bahakel Sports. Back inside Myers Park Gym as we're just getting the fourth period underway. Remember, fans, just right after this game, you can watch Audrey Kell taking on Myers Park just shortly afterwards. Just check that link. And we'll be able to be here and bring that broadcast to you here pretty soon at the conclusion of this one with 7:11 to go. 53-35 is your score. Myers Park on top. And things is really not going Porter Ridge's way tonight. Because now we got Olivia Burke at the line. She'll go 1 for 2. 53-36, your score with Truesdale. Jumping inside, nice dish back outside. And a quick jumper for Reese Wilson. Here's a drive. And a jumper from outside. Offense, no, just snatched right away. as a player running by herself just too far. Well, she kept it in, but Myers Park will take it back up. It is Chima Daniel. McDaniel being double teamed and knocked to the ground. So that's going to be Olivia Burke's third foul. Bounce pass just inside, going to give it back out. Baseline drive, take it back up, and puts it in. Nice play, back outside, and just out of the hands with 6:46 to go. Far side out here for Summer Thomason now. As Myers Park starting to make their way to take home this game. Back at his side, driving back inside. Shawnee Taylor just throw that one up with the left hand, and she puts that one in. A bright future for Porter Ridge with her right now, as all that she's done so far her freshman year, you get another 3 more years and what she's able to do. And all she's been able to accomplish here on this team. Here's a 3 from the outside and puts that in. I tell you what, Reese Wilson has started to really heat up here in this second half and puts the lead to 60-38. 22-point lead. Another 3 from the outside. That one rattles out of the cage and rebound. Truesdale trying to do it herself. Got a hand up inside, and not a foul, but it did go out of bounds. Oh, so they are going to call it there on Burke. Or excuse me, on Barnard there, we'll see. 5:25 here to go. 60-38. Porter Ridge needs a big strike here if they have any chance of getting it back in, and turnovers are not one way to make that happen. Stolen back away by by Porter Ridge and Nasha Taylor. Here's a shot inside. Can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound. Callie Williams. Her shot up in the air for Taylor. That one's off, but a foul. Take another look here. Trying to drive inside, and man got away with the travel there. Either way, she'll go to the line. To a 21-point game. Checking into the game now is Evelyn Jimenez-Willis. And that shot is on the way in good. $20 points. 4:57 to go. Pass it outside to Jimenez-Willis for the 3 again, and couldn't put it in. Just not enough on that one, as that one just grazed the iron in front. .457 here to go, as that one as a foul just in front. Scoring update for you right now in Northern Guilford. 54, Audra Kell 52 right now. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game. And right now it's been all Myers Park as they have pulled away. And Porter Ridge here now on a 5-0 run. I'm trying to hopefully climb back into this one. And they're going to need a lot. Puts it at 18. On the 2 free throws there by Olivia Burke. We're going to stop Truesdale. She's been a factor. Taken back away by Taylor. Taylor now inside. She'll go up, and she is rejected along the hand of Reese Witherspoon, who's had a big game tonight. Ty Taylor throws it back up, and not the best looking shot there by Miley Malcolm. There's Truesdale inside, trying to battle for it. And a jump ball. That should be going to, and no, it would not be. Nope. It will not be staying with the Mustangs, but that will be a break for us. 3:51 to go, 60-42, Myers Park on top. Back inside Myers Park here, the fans are all gathered here for some women's high school basketball, playoff basketball here for the NCHSAA 4A second round. Porter Ridge, the 13 seed, taking on the 4 seed of Myers Park. Coming up next, shortly after, Porter Ridge, make that Audrey Kell, taking on the Mustangs of Myers Park. You find that game just almost shortly after this one. 3:45 to go. Myers here for a step back jumper and airballs it, and that's the second air ball of the night for her. Checking back in for the night, Laura Lassiter, who had four fouls, so she definitely had to be a little careful here. They definitely missed her on the court, and they missed her on the court because, oh my goodness, almost put that one in. She was streaking to the lane. Nice pass there, just by being double teamed. Jaren Truesdale, who's already had a big night tonight, being honored pregame, almost put that one in. 14.3 points per game, 8.3 rebounds per game. Jaren Truesdale offered a lot to this school. So Laura Lassiter at 20 points per game this season puts that one in. (42-61). Porter Ridge trying to find something to try and get back into this one. Cheyenne Terre just throws up a three, and that one just rattles out. It's pretty much been Myers Park all night tonight. Porter Ridge did have one little run where they went on an 8-2 run to close the margin to 2. But it wasn't enough as Myers Park started to pull away towards halftime. A couple fouls by Porter Ridge, like pretty much events like that allowed the Mustangs to pull away in this game. And it's going to send the 1,000-point score to the free throw line. Truesdale. On a sold-out, packed crowd here tonight. And she'll miss a second one. 20-point lead as we're starting to get toward the very end of it now. A toss-up and banks it in. Olivia Burke. Reese Wilson now hands it in to Laura Lassiter. We'll miss a big portion of this game. Pretty amazing what they've been able to do without her on the court, considering she's been out most of the game due to being in fouling out territory. Well, that's one other one we have to mention. Shayla Daniel inside. She's been a factor all game long. Those baseline drives and dishes that she's had a big night. So foul there on Shayla McDaniel. Three on the way from the corner. Not enough. Another chance now. Back out for three. That one's just off. Defensive rebound on that missed shot there by Callie Williams. Bounce pass it back out, and just over 90 seconds to go here in this one. So Myers Park looks like they are on their way to playing the winner of Northern Guilford and Audrey Kell. As that one was just off the marker. Fans, big one here tonight. Audrey Kell, Myers Park, two top scoring teams. And Audrey Kell, their top scorer, Caden Caskey, at 17.8 points per game. And then you got Sadiq White from Myers Park. That's going to be a good one. Next, coming out the 1 seed on the 16 seed, Audrey Kell and Myers Park. And right now, Myers Park and the women's team, they have put on a clinic, and they are just trying to run the clock out. They will advance. And a foul. I see some of the student fan section. And it's a big one. That one stolen away. And just could not hold on to it there was Olivia Burke. So 35 seconds to go. That's going to do it. And holding on to it there is Jaron Truesdale. Truesdale now will, almost in a fitting way, is going to take this one out. Was on her pregame, as you mentioned. 1,000 points of her career. Gives it over to her partner of Shayla McDaniel, and you can hear it from the crowd here. 3, 2, 1, and that's going to do it. Myers Park wins 62-44 as they will line up here, and the crowd likes what they see. A big one tonight for Myers Park. They win this one 62-44. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Ford Martin. Thanks to our team here at Bahakel Sports for their work. Join us next. Men's high school basketball coming up here next.